bring in former Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Joe Keshi. Ambassador Keshi, we've talked about this a number of times. The situation in Ukraine, how Nigerians should react. You have been in a similar situation before in Liberia. What are your thoughts as you're hearing what the minister is saying, that Nigerians should stay put, listen to, local news? The Nigerians in Ukraine were oblivious to what was going on. They had thought that everything was fine until they turned on the news this morning, and then they saw reports of the invasion, and then they should listen up for when the airports are open, and then before they make plans to leave. Your thoughts?
Well, from what the minister said, it is very clear that the situation on the ground is very challenging. For example, there's no way an aircraft can fly into Ukraine now. Even the Indian aircraft that was overflying the country has to change route and then flew back to India. It's a very challenging situation. There's nothing much the ministry can do. I think everybody just has to remain where they are, because there's no way the government can help at this point in time. Everybody has to remain where they are, and as the minister has advised, listen to information from the embassy. And I think it's going to take a long time, given what Putin is doing in Ukraine now, for anybody to be able to get out, for any plane to land and take out anybody. And they cannot go by road, because from all the reports we are getting, the roads are also congested.
Right. But shouldn't this advice have come perhaps a bit earlier? I know that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs had, disseminated information. The hotlines that the minister is talking about, I do know them, and they were given to the Nigerian mission in Ukraine for people who might have concerns about the situation there. But then when the U.S. and other allied countries were calling for evacuations, you wonder why we said nothing back then?
Well, look, if you remember the last conversation we had, I shared with you our own experience in Sierra Leone, by the way, not Liberia. The point is that there are two things that are happening at the same time. Number one, as much as the embassy tries its best, to organize evacuation, very often Nigerians are not prepared to evacuate until the situation gets worse, as it is now in Kiev. That was the experience we had in Freetown, and that was the experience Nigerians had in Liberia. Everybody sits down, hoping there'll be no war, waiting for the leaders of the world to resolve the problems. But very often, everybody gets caught up with this ugly situation. It's so unfortunate, and I have my sympathies for Nigerians who've been caught up in this crossfire in Ukraine.
So you're saying nothing can be done at the moment. I mean, they should stay where they are. I mean, what if they don't have... Yeah, but what if they don't have the means to be where they are? Can they find shelter at least in the Nigerian mission in Kyiv?
No, that's hoping. I must confess, I don't know where the mission is situated and how close, as long as it's not close to any military base, And look, nobody knows if the situation could deteriorate, overnight. As of yesterday, nobody knew that Putin was going to go, this far. So the best thing is to stay in touch with the mission. Hopefully itself, the mission will not be forced to evacuate, as we did. So when we face the same situation. It's a very ugly situation,
And for the U.S. right now, because all eyes are on them, to react to what has happened, can diplomacy still work in this instance?
I really feel very angry the way the West has, treated this matter, and also the way the Ukrainian authorities have handled the situation. In the first place, everybody anticipated. Well, some of us initially said Putin will not go this far. But the truth of the matter is that as the days went by, it was very clear, particularly after his very long, lengthy speech full of lies and the rest of it. The truth of the matter is that it became clear that he was going to attack. And I think the world should have moved to help Ukraine. It is too late now. I don't see how the sanctions they want to impose today will have any effect and compel Putin to withdraw by tomorrow. You know, it's just too late. It's unfortunate that the world has allowed this to happen. Very, very unfortunate. I listened to all the statements being made by the world leaders in my in the land of my ancestors here. We just call it that they are speaking English. It is too late to help anybody to help Ukraine today.
Ambassador Keshi.
Because Putin has stepped in. But we just pray that the world will
Ambassador
unite
Keshi.
and ensure that Putin eventually.
Ambassador Keshi, thank you again for sharing your thoughts on the issue. We continue here on Channels Television to monitor the Russian invasion of Ukraine. We'll bring you updates as soon as we get them. Thanks for watching.